bustling financial district here in Canada's largest city. We're coming to you from Toronto. Welcome to 2K Sports for another edition of NBA basketball. Alongside Greg Anthony and Steve Smith with David Aldridge on the sideline, this is Kevin Harlan. We're in Toronto for some Raptors basketball. The home crowd is ready to go. And with pregame routines coming to an end, we're just about ready for our tip-off. First, though, let's get a report from the sideline and say hello to David Aldridge.
Thank you, Kevin. Now, Dwayne Casey has been the head coach in Toronto for the better part of a decade now. He said the most rewarding part of coaching has been watching his players grow up. Watching a guy go from never playing in an NBA game before to developing into an all-star player, that's probably the most rewarding thing that you can do as a coach. Now, Kevin, he's helping this team and its players both make the leap forward.
Great stuff, DA. Coach Casey definitely gets the best out of his guys. You can tell they love playing for him. And tonight, Steve, a marquee matchup. This is one of those games that definitely draws some attention to it.
Yeah, these are the games where fans, people watching, they are in their seats with their popcorns. They're ready to go. These are the best of the best, and people want to see this. I'm looking forward to this one, Kevin.
Why not? You got a new tie. You've got a new suit. I mean, you're ready to go. You know people are going to be watching you and listening to your work.
That's why my makeup is perfect.
It is. It's so. You did a good job tonight on that. Look at Cleveland's starting group. Smith is the 2 with LeBron at the 3. Inside, we got the tenacious Love and Thompson. And it's Thomas in at the 1 spot.
That's something you hate. You're trying to come in with an aggressive mindset, and that early foul could take you right out of it.
And so it's Cleveland with it. James kicks to Thompson. The screen from Thompson. Thomas against Lowry. Thomas passes to Love. That 3 off the mark. On defense, the Cavaliers. Outside Lowry. The dish now to Ibaka. Over James. And that one is off.
And this is a guy that can get you stops. Aggressive on the defensive end.
Also doing a good job of tracking the ball, contesting the mid-range jumper as well.
Nice work to get it inside and draw the contact.
The Cavaliers shooting their first free throws of the game.
And as a group, they shot 75% from the line last season.
That free throw good from Isaiah Thomas.
And for Cleveland, repeat or no repeat, just having that first title still resonates. A city no longer defined by sports futility.
And both free throws good for Thomas. You know, Steve, many felt that it was fitting that the Cavaliers came back in the 2016 finals from a 3-1 series deficit to win it all. If you're going to finally break through, it would have to be against all odds to make something like that happen.
Yeah, so true. And the actual ring the team got after that comeback has a story to it. 3 white diamonds and 4 red garnets, showing the sequence of wins and losses. It reflects determination and the end of a curse.
Smith, no good. On defense, Cleveland. Here's DeRozan. The quick look, no good that time.
Unfortunately for him, the defense is slow to react, but he couldn't make them pay.
And he was fouled on the way up. 2 free throws now for him.
Yeah, the defender all over.
The Cavaliers have gone 2 for 2 in the game at the line. free throw good, Thomas.
You know, the Raptors have the advantage of continuity. There's a trust and an understanding they share helps them win a lot of games.
That one misses. And we can talk about the continuity and maturity of this Raptors team. Is there a flip side to that, Steve? Does that limit their upside?
Well, Kevin, is interesting. This front office has brought in some nice young pieces. I wouldn't write off their upside. They can improve if those younger guys make some strides.
And there's the call. It's going to be an illegal screen.
Yeah, still moving a little bit when he set that screen. He'll argue that he was set, but I really didn't think so.
That's the modern day NBA. Complain about the call and hope the next one goes your way.
Powell with it. Pass to DeRozan. Inside. Here's Ibaka. Good. And it's DeRozan picking up the assist.
Right into the teeth of the defense. Ibaka just too athletic to stop.
If you're just tuning in, we played about 2.5 minutes here in the first. Pass to Love. And the layup's good off the glass. Love's got his first points of the game.
Yeah, good awareness there. He sees an opening and doesn't hesitate.
A lot of laziness going on out there. Still early in the game, but that needs to get worked out. Well-timed play with a powerful ending. DeMar DeRozan, he went got that one.
Great way to see the alley-oop. That replay courtesy of Under Armour. Another unleash chaos moment. Now, here's Thomas. Love outside. James in the post. Guarded by Powell. And it's Smith missing. Raptors with the lead. Ibaka in the post. Working on Love. And he hits it and gets hacked on the play. A three-point possibility if he can convert the free throw.
Rugged finish by Serge. Takes the hit, converts through it for a potential and one.
And Ibaka, a cornerstone player for 7 years in Oklahoma City, but they trade him away to Orlando and subsequently traded to Toronto.
You thought he'd have a bigger role in OKC under Billy Donovan, but it didn't happen. He wasn't content to just spot up and wait for the basketball. And they thought he might leave in free agency, so they looked to get value in return.
Here's Thomas. The screen from Thompson. Thomas with the ball. Lowry picks him up. Love dishes to James. Just 5 on the clock. Shoots over Powell. And James gets it to go.
And there's that signature burst. LeBron able to finish with a hand in his face.
Outside Lowry. Shoots from 12. And he was fouled on the way up. 2 free throws now for him. J.R. Smith picks one up.
And when you think about a slasher, a guy who makes his living attacking off the dribble, no better example than DeMar DeRozan.
You know, Steve, DeRozan a great ball handler for his size. He can isolate or work in the pick and roll.
Does a nice job of coming off screens and rolls, being able to create for his teammates, and also a big-time slasher that can put you on a poster.
Take a break. Take a break. 2 shots.
And he makes the first. Well, one thing about DeMar DeRozan, he lives in the gym.
I mean, people talk about that he's always working on his game. They talk about him in the offseason being in the lab with all different type of trainers. And the results, they speak for themselves.
DeMar DeRozan hits them both.
This is where he feels 100% comfortable taking all the free points he can get.
Here's James, screen by Smith. LeBron kicks to Love. And there's the call on Kyle Lowry. That That's foul number 2 for him.
Too aggressive to start this game. That's already a couple fouls already in the first.
Here's Smith. Quiet so far offensively, searching for his first points of the game. Shot off the pick. And the shot no good, a bit short. Toronto leading by 4. Here's DeRozan. And again, no good by Toronto. Beyond the arc. Smith missing again.
It's been a frustrating quarter for him shooting the basketball. He just has to make sure he's taking good shots.
Powell kicks to Lowry. Screen by Ibaka. Thompson against Lowry. 5 on the clock. Here's Ibaka. Here's DeRozan. That shot off the mark. Good D by Thompson. Smith the pass to Thompson. James dishes to Love. The screen from Thompson. And there's the pass to James. That's in, coming off the assist from Thompson. James has got his second basket of the game.
Doesn't let the contact affect the shot. Great focus by LeBron.
Here's DeRozan. Oh,
yes. Good. Incredible leaper, explosive finisher. DeRozan with one of his acrobatic dunks.
Guys, they're looking for a way to score here.
Yeah, they've had a tough time taking the lid off.
Love with the screen for James. It's stolen by Ibaka. Here's Powell, and the dunk by Powell.
And that's the classic 1-2 punch right there. I mean, nice steal, and then how about the elevation, Kevin, on the finish?
And Greg, nothing spurs some quick offense like a great play defensively.
When your defense translates into offense, it's a beautiful thing.
Here's LeBron. The Raptors getting the bucket, and Thompson throws it down.
The powerful body of Thompson, easily able to absorb contact and finish.
So timeout called here, the first for Toronto. And LeBron James, a 4-time MVP, one of 5 players, Smitty, ever to achieve that.
And last season became the first ever to total 27,000 points, 7,000 assists, and 7,000 rebounds. He's the greatest small forward ever to play this game, in my opinion.
The Raptors making a switch here. Siakam's checked in. And a switch here also for Cleveland. Jefferson's checked in. Clock at 6. Powell for 3. That one falls. His second basket of the game. He's now 2 for 3. The Cavaliers trail by 7. To the middle. The putback. It's good. 6 points for LeBron. Now here's Lowry. Down low. It's stolen by Jefferson. Thomas kicks to James. Thomas sets a screen for LeBron. Jumper off the screen. Good on the jump shot. Now it's just a 3-point Toronto lead.
At a time when everyone's obsessed with threes and dunks, LeBron showing off a strong in-between game.
DeRozan passes to Ibaka. Outside Lowry. Screen by Ibaka. Shot clock at 5. Takes a 3. It doesn't go for him. Cavaliers go the other way with it. James dishes to Thomas. Pass to Jefferson. It's a pick by Love. It's stolen by Ibaka. Here's DeRozan. And the dunk by DeRozan.
You see with DeMar, the long step on the drive, then quick to go airborne.
Thomas kicks to Love. Outside Jefferson. Rebound by the Raptors.
That's just 2 tough competitors meeting right at the rim. Someone, in my opinion, had to lose.
Here's DeRozan. And a foul called on the shot. Got him on the way up that time, so he'll shoot 2 right here.
Love how DeRozan has grown as a player, as a leader of this team, and he's done a great job learning how to get to the line more frequently.
2 shots.
That's good from DeMar DeRozan. And every season we have the MVP conversation, Smitty. When you look forward over the next, let's say 5 to 10 years, who are the guys, the players you think will be regulars in that conversation?
I think the guys, James Harden, Russell Westbrook, Kevin Durant, Steph Curry. Some other guys, I think, Kawhi Leonard, Karl Anthony Towns, Anthony Davis. And as long as he plays, Kevin, LeBron James will always be in that conversation. It doesn't look like the end is coming in the next 5 or 10 years.
Here's Rose. The rebound by Ibaka. Ibaka's got his 3rd rebound tonight, and there's the foul on Jay Crowder. That is his first foul of the game. And it's out of bounds. Last touch by Thomas. Here is Miles. Passes it to Siakam. Lowry kicks to Siakam. 6 to shoot. Dishes it to Miles. A chance there to push it to double digits, but it's off the mark. The Cavaliers trail by 7. Outside Thomas. Kicks to LeBron. Over Miles. There's the 3. That's good for Thomas on the assist by James. Thomas got 6 points.
Keeping his head on a swivel, LeBron locates the open man.
Ball's knocked loose. Thomas with the steal. He kicks to LeBron. Here's Fry, and you know that's going to be goaltending, guys, so that's a free basket right there.
So close to getting the block there. You can live with those calls because you'd rather have a guy playing aggressive instead of playing it safe.
And here's Miles. Quiet so far offensively, searching for his first points of the game. To the left side wing. Thomas, it's a wide open look. Yes, and it's Rose with the assist that time.
Great court awareness by Derrick Rose, reading every inch of the floor so well.
Ibaka with a screen on Thomas. And finished off by DeRozan. Guys back and forth this first half.
And this could continue to go back and forth the entire way.
Cavaliers trailing. On the wing, James. He's got 8. It's stolen by Ibaka. Lowry with the ball. Now Thomas defending. Lowry kicks to DeRozan. Ibaka outside. Drops in the tray. Now it's a 4-point Raptor lead.
Great heads-up look there from DeRozan to get his teammate an easy basket.
Outside Crowder. Thomas a screen. There's 57 seconds left here in the opening quarter. And that one drops. Thomas got 11 points.
And a lot of scoring here early on. This is the type of game the fans love to see.
I love it. Really, both teams running plays that fit the personnel, going back and forth.
Now here's DeRozan. 12 points for him. Rose passes to Crowder. And another 3 for Cleveland.
And good passing, setting up a lot of these buckets right now, Kevin. That's been the key.
Lowry against Thomas. Lowry dishes to Ibaka. Over Thomas. Shots good by Ibaka. 10 points for him.
You like the aggressiveness, pushing all the right buttons. He has this team rolling.
There's the pick. LeBron drives in, and LeBron throws it down.
Can't do anything about it. LeBron gets a step. Next thing you know, he's hanging off the rim.
A good close contest so far as we finish the first quarter. Cavaliers lead by 1. And the second quarter will be on the way when we come back. Well, we know what Derrick Rose has been through, the injuries, the expectations. And we asked him how he's dealing with all of it.
I got a clear mind when I play. I can't think about the past. I can't think about if I'm going to hurt myself, if I move the wrong way. When I'm out there, I have a free mind. I have no expectations on myself. I just know that I prepare myself well. There's no pressure.
Colin Rose says no pressure, but I have to feel like there's at least a little bit, guys, of pressure to get back to where he was.
Yeah, I mean, league MVP in 11, once considered a cornerstone for the NBA's youth movement. Hey, with a little more luck, he may still be that.
Neither team able to build much of a lead up to this point as we start the second quarter. And from what we've seen from the Cavaliers, what do you guys see?
I tell you what, that first quarter, you can see the game plan is a commitment to offensive rebounding.
That's their mindset. And these extra possessions have been converted into a lead.
And now let's check out the lineups courtesy of Gatorade, all fueled up and ready to go. Here's the second quarter of play. On the court for Cleveland, Jay Crowder out there with Jefferson. Then there's Iman Shumpert. Then there's Derrick Rose. And it's Thompson in at the 5. And let's catch up with our sideline reporter, David Aldridge.
Well, guys, Raptors coach Dwayne Casey talked about the chemistry on his team. He said, we couldn't be better. There's no ego, no hidden agendas. Guys understand their roles. Kyle Lowry told me, we're a complete team, 15 deep, and we really mean that. You never know whose time it's going to be. Kevin?
DA depth is a crucial part of any team's success. Knowing you can rely on your teammates to step up is huge. And Toronto has possession following the miss by Derrick Rose. And Miles kicks to right. They set the pick. Just 5 on the clock. Feeds it to Nogueira. Launches a 3. And it's right missing. The Cavaliers trail by 3.
Well, Tristan Thompson, the only player I've heard of to switch his shooting hand for free throws midway through his career. He's basically ambidextrous, so why not give it a try?
And this is a guy that can get you stops, aggressive on the defensive end.
Also doing a good job of tracking the ball, contesting the mid-range jumper as well.
Now here's Wright. He's had some playing time, but no scoring yet from him. And Tristan Thompson remains a relatively poor shooter, free throws and otherwise. He's tried to add a 15-footer, Smitty, but I don't know if that's in the cards.
And I think he's probably better off just staying around the rim. The kind of rebounder he is, sometimes you just have to play to your strengths.
Catching up on the changes for Toronto. Powell, he's checked in for Anunoby, and it's DeRozan in for C.J. Miles. The drive by Shumpert. Nogueira pulls it in.
No one to blame on that one but himself. You get looks like that, you've got to take advantage.
And Wright kicks to DeRozan. Good ball movement here by the Raptors. Wright outside. Nogueira gets a screen for Wright. Three-pointer. And Shumpert pulls it down. The Cavaliers trail by 3. Screen by Jefferson. Rose in the post, guarded by Wright. Rose, no good.
Boy, he blew an easy layup, and he is furious with himself.
Oh. And a foul called on the shot. Got him on the way up that time, so he'll shoot 2 right here.
They have a unique offense for Toronto. Very low assists and very low turnovers. Not the kind of system we see from teams like Golden State, but the Raptors make it work for them.
Shooting 2.
The free throw drops for Powell. And the Raptors may not get a lot of assists, but they do get a ton of so-called screen assists. Steve, great picks freeing their guards to do damage.
Yes, pick and roll basketball at its finest. The question is, do they need to diversify a little bit? If you depend on one action, it makes it easier for teams to game plan for you in the playoffs.
And we think about the Cavs' ability, Steve, to carve up defenses. Top 5 in free throw attempt differential last season.
Well, reason why is their attacking styles. It also shows their veteran savvy at the other end, not getting baited into cheap fouls.
Trying to get back on track. Oh, that's blocked. Goes up again. Foul on the play. Basket counts, so it'll be a three-point play chance.
And just showing you his determination despite the size difference.
And he makes the little adjustment just as he goes to lay it in.
Free throw good, Crowder.
And Jay Crowder, one of the bigger pieces in the trade that brought him to Cleveland, always seemed to be the odd man out with the revamped roster in Boston. But he's got some strength and length on that wing, also some toughness and depth.
Cleveland's gone 3 of 6 tonight when they've let it fly from downtown. Rose passes to Thomas. LeBron left side. Goes up the baseline, and it's Toronto with the rebound.
And for the Cavs, getting Crowder in the deal was a big part of why they went with it. He's helped fill a couple of holes Cleveland had, and he's also on a friendly contract, so he'll be a part of this team down the road.
Now, here's Thomas. He's got 11.
And guys, there's a lot to like here defensively. That shot almost ends up in the stands.
And he was not quite in position to block the shot, but the result is all the same.
And the rejection by James.
You got to keep an eye out for LeBron. He may be lurking. What a block that one was.
And so he earns a trip to the line. Officials saw the contact, and he'll shoot 2.
And I'm just not sure the league has ever seen a more intimidating slasher than LeBron James. A 6'8" bullet train. He's so strong, so quick, and if he gets a shoulder on you, watch out.
And the first one at the line is good. And LeBron always feels like he can get past his man. It's that next level of the D he focuses on.
And if I'm the help, I play him for the pass. I don't want to be in that poster. Maybe the most devastating finisher in league history.
Serge Ibaka has checked in for the Raptors. So after making the first, he goes 1 for 2.
As good as LeBron is at drawing fouls, still only a career 75% free throw shooter. Boy, what if he could raise that average?
Now here is Lowry. A baseline J. That doesn't go either for DeRozan.
And gotta like what they've been doing down low in the post.
Lowry against Thomas. The feed now to James. From 15 feet away, and they take the lead.
Refining his skill set inside, you see the work Thompson's putting into his game.
Now DeRozan. He's got 12. Laid in with a nice touch off the glass. DeRozan's got 14 points for the game. Well, guys, this first half has been about as tightly contested as you could hope for.
There have been a lot of lead changes. Good.
Timeout is called. First of the game for the Cavaliers. Steve, you talk about the value of versatility in the NBA. It's never been higher than I think right now, wouldn't you say?
You're right, Kevin. The reason why is back in the day, a big guy got the rebound. A point guard or a guard would have to come back to bring the basketball up. Now, you see a guy like Anthony Davis, Al Horford, DeMarcus Cousins.
They grab the rebound, and you see the shooting guard and the point guard, they getting out and sprinting because they know they have a guy that can bring it up and make the right play at his size.
Check in for the Cavaliers. Smith comes in for Rose. Cavaliers trailing. LeBron with it. 11 points in the game. Puts it up from 12. And so he draws the foul on the shot. A trip to the line to shoot two.
You know, the Raptors' playoff letdowns have left fans wondering, can they really contend for a title? Their offense has vanished. You think of Game 3 versus the Bucks. 30 points in the first half, the lowest scoring mark in franchise history.
Free throw good, LeBron. And the Raptors, one of the top teams in the East, but it's all about translating that strength to the playoffs, Steve, isn't it?
It is. The front office, they have hinted they need a culture reset, and that was something they wanted to do. They're not content with just winning 50 games and getting swept in the second round.
Second free throw, no good.
He is definitely disappointed. He couldn't put his team up in front, but at least he knotted this one up.
And, there's a whistle. He was going up for a layup, and while it looked like there was some contact, I wasn't sure they were going to call a foul shot or not, but sure enough they have. So he'll head to the free throw line.
And Kevin Love has feasted on the open looks he gets in Cleveland. He's become a high-volume three-point shooter.
And the first one drops. And over the course of his career, Kevin Love has made a steady increase in his number of three-point attempts.
His rookie season, can you believe it? He made just 2 triples the whole season. Now he makes over 2 a game, and for a power forward, his jump shot is pretty.
Both free throws good from Love.
Boy, he's got a great stroke from the line. That's not something we can say about all the league's big guys.
The dish now to Powell. Down low, Ibaka, and the rejection by James. And it's out of bounds. The Raptors able to retain possession here. Pass to Powell. Screen by Ibaka. 6 to shoot. Shoots off the screen. They get it back. And oh boy, a lot of contact there, but he gets the call and will shoot 2. That one on Love.
You see Serge in the painted area, feels the defender, goes on the attack.
And Serge Ibaka, remember, it was a first-team all-defense selection. But over time, I think he's become more of a scoring-minded player, and I think that's affected his impact defensively.
Two shots.
And he can't get the first one. And Serge Ibaka, the league leader in block shots for 2 years in a row in 2012 and 13, but he sends them back at about half the rate he once did.
Yeah, but even still, a pretty good shot blocker. You add in his finishing and outside shooting, and he's a player to be reckoned with.
And he sinks the second.
Oh, from the Republic of Congo, Serge Ibaka to Dikembe Mutombo and Bismack Biyombo. A lot of big man talent.
Now here's LeBron. He's got 12. And they double up James. Love with the screen on Lowry. It's a pick by Love. Here's Smith. It's blocked. And here we go with DeRozan running it up the middle.
And no doubt both teams competing at a high level, but the consistency has been lacking here. Another lead change.
I like to fight in these clubs. Neither side willing to give an inch. We'll see how it turns out.
Powell with the steal. DeRozan in the corner. He dishes it to Lowry. Outside DeRozan. Screened by Ibaka. Up off the screen. Look at that jam.
Nice.
I mean, just beautiful.
I totally agree. DeRozan has such good body control that it's very difficult to disrupt his shot with contact.
Love with the screen for LeBron. Love outside. And it's off from three-point range. Toronto leading by 3. Lowry dishes to DeRozan. They set the pick to the inside. Siakam, good. Siakam's got his first bucket in this one.
They're scoring boatloads of buckets. It's raining buckets from inside.
Cleveland's gone 3 of 7 tonight from three-point territory. James kicks to Love. Back to James. Love with the screen for LeBron. Powell with the steal. Here's DeRozan. Oh, he just jams it right over LeBron. Wow.
Keeping the dribble, inviting contact, DeRozan's become a master at converting these.
Timeout called the Cavaliers. In addition to going over the game plan and making whatever necessary adjustments have to be made, Greg, this timeout also the time for players to get rehydrated or hydrate for the first time with some Gatorade. Plenty of basketball still to be played here, and they have to get recharged.
That's a great point. Without proper hydration, a player can completely run out of gas down the stretch of a game. And that's something that none of these guys can afford to have happen. If you're going to battle all the way to the finish, you have got to be hydrated.
Well, the NBA can be a superstitious place at times, Steve, with all the quirks and characters in the league. And you played. What was the strangest game day ritual that you ever saw?
I think Harold Miner. He touched everything with his nose. His gym shoes, his wristbands, the basketballs at the free throw line, and everybody did. And I think for me, as I got older, it wasn't strange. It was out of necessity. I had to get in some kind of steam room and have all those hot pads wrapped around me just to get loose to play.
I like that story. I don't like Baby Jordan's story, though. Harold Miner, that doesn't work for me. I don't understand that. Some changes for Toronto. Jonas Valanciunas comes in for Pascal Siakam. And it's C.J. Miles in for Norman Powell. And Cleveland with a change here, too. Crowder, he's checked in for Thompson. And count it, the shot is good. He'll go to the free throw line.
Tremendous body control. LeBron takes the hit, sinks the shot, now gets a chance to add another point to his total.
The Cavaliers have attempted 11 free throws today and converted 8 of them. Free throw good, James. And a huge payroll for the Cleveland Cavaliers, Steve. There's been tension at times with LeBron demanding more help to keep his team in title contention.
Yeah, the dollar signs, the luxury tax payments, and the tens of millions. Ownership made that commitment when they asked LeBron to come back. Money is no object when it comes to winning rings.
Here is Thomas, following the score by DeMar DeRozan. Thomas passes to Smith. Off target from outside.
This is how it's been so far. He's missed every shot he's taken, and the team is suffering the consequences.
Back to DeRozan. Valanciunas dishes to DeRozan. Whistle on the play. Bucket's good. He'll go to the line.
And now you see them starting to really work the ball inside.
And Valanciunas far from a finished product, Steve. His coaches and teammates feel he will get better, but in your opinion, where does he need to improve?
I think on the defensive end, he does a nice job of blocking shots, but I would love to see him in rotations, being able to be there a little bit earlier. And then on the offensive end, extend his range a little bit more and also have somewhat of a go-to move down on the low block.
And really a good job of getting to the line in that first quarter. Hasn't been doing that as much here in the second.
Lowry against Thomas. It's a pick by Love. And oh boy, a lot of contact there, but he gets the call and will shoot two. It's on Jonas Valanciunas. For Cleveland, they have been shooting right around 75% at the line, 9 of 12 so far. And that one misses. And the Cavs over the last few seasons setting records when it comes to three-pointers made.
And really, they did a good job of surrounding LeBron with floor spacers. They doubled down on that when they got Channing Frye. And then when he and Kevin Love play together in the front court, the Cavs can bury you with their long-range shooting.
And he's good on the second. Here is Lowry. He feeds it to DeRozan. It's stolen by Smith. Now Cleveland moving it up. And a lot of contact on that one, so he'll shoot two here.
JR with good size and explosiveness. When he attacks inside, he can get it done.
And you look back for J.R. Smith, you know, Steve, over the years, some questionable choices. His reputation took a hit, but do you feel he's turned over a new chapter in his life?
Yeah, I do. I mean, spending time with LeBron James has definitely had him matured. Everybody looked at him as a prankster, not just on the court, but off the court. He's doing a better job. I'm happy to see him maturing.
That's good from J.R. Smith. And Cavs head coach Tyronn Lue, even as a player known for his attention, Steve, to detail.
You know, he's had skills, but I think that's how he's made it, because he is one of those guys that's particular about the detail. He has a mind for the game and a passion for it. It continues to separate him now as a coach.
So 1 for 2 that time at the stripe.
You know how accurate JR is from three. That's how relatively inaccurate he can be from the line sometimes.
And on our sideline, our reporter, David Aldridge.
Well, Kevin, it may not be the era of the center in the NBA, but Jonas Valanciunas has something to say about that. He said, "I try to make sure they don't forget about centers. I'll keep reminding them. The league is full of guys that can do different things, but I still think you need a center that can rebound the ball and score in the low post." I agree. Kevin?
Well, the centers are still important, David. Good to see Valanciunas making his presence felt in the paint. Here's DeRozan following the basket by LeBron James. Lowry kicks to DeRozan. Some nice ball movement here by the Raptors. And stolen by Love. And Thomas has it in the corner. Kept alive. A second chance effort. It is not good. He's made half of his 6 attempts. Lowry kicks to Valanciunas. 1:14 left here in the second. Outside DeRozan. Just 5 to shoot. Over Smith. And again, no good by Toronto. The Cavaliers trail by 5. To the paint. Well, the grimace of pain tells it all. He's hurt, and let's hope he's okay.
Well, I mean, you really feel for him. I mean, and the entire team. Just, you got to hope for the best.
I just hate seeing this, but no need to jump the gun. Let's see what it turns out to be. And it's easy to see why LeBron James wanted Kevin Love in Cleveland. Both of them multi-skilled, multi-talented, and both have extremely high basketball IQs for the game.
That's good from J.R. Smith.
He's in attack mode, drawing contact now, getting to the line, something he didn't do at all in the first quarter.
Second free throw, no good. Toronto leading by 4. And Miles kicks to right. Now the pass to Nogueira. Here's Anunoby. Nogueira passes to right. Valanciunas against Love. Shot to stop the drought. Second chance effort. And another shot. And count it. He'll head to the line with a chance to make it 3.
The plan of attack is obvious. Get the ball inside and go strong to the rim.
Raptors have gone 9 of 10 from the line, so making the most of their chances.
And when you look at their numbers from a season ago, 80% as a unit, that's something you'll be happy with.
One shot.
The free throw drops for Valanciunas.
For a player his size, Valanciunas has always been a good free throw shooter. We won't see a hack of Val anytime soon.
Just 2 seconds between shot clock and game clock. Here's Smith. It's a pick by Love. Now here is Smith. Outside Crowder from deep. Here's Love. He knocks it down, but wait a minute. The officials are getting together. They may want to review this one. And we are not going to halftime just yet. Officials signaling they are going to review the tape.
And now that we've gotten a chance to see it in slow-mo, I think the ruling has to be that he did not beat the buzzer with that shot.
And it looks like they got it right this time. No basket. The clock had expired while the ball was still in his hand.
Yeah, and even if they don't show it, I know the refs are proud of themselves after a replay proves them right. They're like, see, we had it right all along. So good call, fellas.
And so it's DeMar DeRozan making highlights for the Toronto Raptors. He put together quite a quarter, 13 points in all. And he looks to be planning for more. It's time now to go courtside as we send you over to David Aldridge from the sideline. David, take it away.
Thanks, Kevin. Here with Coach Teron Lou. Teron, what problems are you seeing out there?
Just we haven't made shots. We just got to relax and we got to keep playing.
Thanks for your time, Teron. Back to you, Kevin.
All right, thank you, David. And folks, don't go away. After the break, we'll see you right back here for the start of quarter number 3.
And now, the 2K Sports Halftime Show.
The first half in the books. This is Ernie Johnson. This is Shaquille O'Neal. This is Ken Smith. Welcome back.
Ken,
as we break down the action. DeMar DeRozan putting in some serious work for the team tonight. He had 25 points, 3 assists, and 3 rebounds. When does this guy cool off? I mean, he's been stringing together multiple monster games lately. And let's get your thoughts, big fella, on the Raptors.
Well, they really dictated the pace of the game with their transition game. They got out on the break every chance they had, and the time they could push the tempo, they did. And a lot of times it kept the defense scrambling like eggs with the cheese and apple juice.
Kenny, let's get your insight on Cleveland.
Well, they shot under 40% in the first half. There's your deficit. They missed some open looks, wide open. But overall, I thought the offense was stagnant. Look for their coach to draw up some specific plays to try to jumpstart them in the second half.
That's it for halftime, as the second half is just about to get underway.
And the second half about to start here in just a few moments. A fantastic game from DeMar DeRozan so far.
And let's see what the defense counters with to try and control him here in the second half.
Well, you like to run more doubles at him, but the risk there is opens up things for everybody else.
The Cavaliers trail by 7. Ibaka is the 4, and Valanciunas in the middle. Anunoby out there with Lowry, and it's Powell in at the 3 side. That's the 5 out there for the Raptors.
And how about Kevin Love showing he can get above the rim when he wants to.
Ibaka sets the pick for Lowry. Left side, Ibaka. Over Thompson. And that one hits back iron.
That's exactly how you have to defend him. He's a guy that the D needs to be aware of at all times.
LeBron dishes to Thompson. Here's Thomas, and he could not get that one to go. Out of contact, and he'll go to the line for 2. Serge Ibaka picks one up there.
Shooting 2.
First free throw is good. That one falls, so he hits both of them. And here is Powell. Ibaka outside. Pass to Anunoby. Ibaka against Thompson. And Ibaka kicks to Powell. Passes it to Lowry. Raptors moving the ball around. Ibaka with a screen on Thomas. And there's the call on Kyle Lowry. That's his 3rd foul of the game.
Oh, great defense there. Anticipated the play and got there first.
The Cavaliers trail by 3. James outside. Shoots over Powell. James misses.
He got a good look from the mid-range area. He needs to shoot this one with more confidence.
Anunoby passes to Lowry. Screened by Valanciunas. Here's Anunoby. Ibaka with a screen on Smith. Here's Anunoby, and he finishes nicely on the layup.
Solid screen by Serge. Quick enough to get to the spot, strong enough to hold his ground.
Cavaliers shooting around 36%. They're just not able to finish consistently. The screen from Thompson. Double team on Thomas. Inside. It's stolen by Valanciunas. Outside Lowry. Tries again. And that one clearly a foul. Gets the whistle and 2 shots coming up. Raptors have shot 10 of 11 at the line. Nice work so far for them. That free throw, no good. Good on the second free throw. Here's James. 17 points in the game. Just under 2.5 minutes into the third quarter now. The Cavaliers again can't hit. Raptors leading by 6. Anunoby passes to Lowry. Screen by Ibaka. Thomas against Lowry. Dishes it to Powell. Clock at 6. Screen by Ibaka. Off the pick. The shot by Powell, no good.
And with that miss, shooting only 20% coming out of the break. Ouch.
Ron right side. Smith with a wide open look. Yes, it's James picking up the assist. Smith's got 5 points so far. It's Powell on the wing. Valanciunas dishes to Powell. And the rejection by LeBron. Smith left side. Down low. LeBron kicks to Smith. Another 3 for Cleveland.
Deadly from beyond the arc. JR cannot be left alone.
Raptors have gone only 1 of 6 in the field in the third quarter. Not how they pictured the half started. And it's Kevin Love with the foul. That will get him his 4th foul of the game.
And that 4th foul, guys, might force him to scale back the aggression from a defensive standpoint. He does not need, nor does the team need, number 5.
Siakam is checked in for Anunoby. Now here is Lowry. Siakam passes to Valanciunas from deep three-point range, and the Raptors miss again.
And, you know, he's got the ability, but the question is that really the best shot you can get?
Certainly not the high percentage look, but we don't know what the game plan is calling for. That might be it.
Okay, time now for an injury report. Now an update on DeMar DeRozan from David Aldridge. Dave, what'd you find out?
Thanks, Kevin. Well, I got some news from Toronto's head athletic trainer. After taking a look, he informed me that it doesn't look too bad. They're going to keep him off the court for the time being, and they're not ruling out the possibility that he'll have to miss a few more games. Kevin, not what they needed at this time of the season.
Thank you, David. Hopefully, we'll see him very soon. Now, here's Lowry. Isaiah Thomas unable to get his last shot to go. And the basket by Lowry. And after the Raptors were swept in the 2017 conference semifinals, do you guys get the sense that Coach Dwayne Casey's on the hot seat?
You know, I don't think so. I think Casey already survived a changing of the guard in the front office. He doesn't feel the pressure to keep his job, just the pressure to do his job, putting his players in the best position to compete.
Now Powell, following the miss by J.R. Smith from deep. Valanciunas with a screen on Smith. Screen by Ibaka. Powell kicks to Siakam. Feeds to Ibaka. Shoots from the elbow. The shot will not fall. Cavaliers go the other way with it. James outside. Back to Thomas. Thompson, a screen on Lowry. It's a pick by Love. Double team on Thomas. For the lead, Smith with the basket on the assist by LeBron. And that's now 11 points for J.R. Smith.
Oh, great ball movement there.
Lowry kicks to Ibaka. Powell with it, working on Smith. Siakam passes to Powell. Lowry dishes to Valanciunas. Over Love. No good from Valanciunas. And here's Cleveland. They're on a 13-5 run. And it's blocked by Ibaka.
Great defense by Serge, a tremendous athlete, blessed with insane length and leaping ability.
And again, Toronto no luck.
And you see why his reputation is so strong defensively. He allows no separation.
And so many defenses are not designed to take away the mid-range jumper, but he's given nothing away.
C.J. Miles, he's checked in for the Raptors. DeLon Wright comes in for Norman Powell. Knocked loose. Here's LeBron. Cavaliers working now with a fresh shot clock. Yes, that goes in.
Well, that's what you love about Kevin, a star player who also gets those garbage buckets.
They've been looking out of sync offensively.
Yeah, their offense offense has ground to a standstill.
Now here's Miles. Kicks to Valanciunas. Right side. 6 on the shot clock. Valanciunas sets a screen for Wright. The 3. The Raptors rebound. Valanciunas, good.
Gotta love the big man Valanciunas fighting for that extra chance, and he was rewarded for his effort.
Timeout called, Cleveland. And Valanciunas out of Lithuania, the 5th overall pick back in 2011.
Yeah, he's still quite young. You know, a lot of talent offensively. Defensively, he's probably had less of an impact, but that's where he has to take the next step. And this is what you got to do. I mean, if it ain't working, call timeout, try to figure out what you can do to fix the problem.
You know, also, it's just a chance to take a breath, regroup, get your mind set, and come back out fresh.
Nogueira, he's checked in for Valanciunas. Crowder, he's checked in for Cleveland. Rose comes in for J.R. Smith. Outside Rose. LeBron outside. That's a basket. His 8th from the field, 8 of 14.
Leaving the defense shell-shocked at this point. LeBron having one of his nights.
Now Miles. Sweet little floater.
The beauty of the teardrop. Very difficult to really contest.
LeBron outside. Lowry kicks to Wright. Raptors moving the ball around. Outside Lowry. Shot clock at 6. For the lead. Out of bounds. Cleveland will take possession. Channing Frye's checked in for Thompson. Cleveland's gone past the three-point line for 13 of their shots, 6 of 13. Double team on Thomas. Rose kicks to Frye. The feed to Thomas. Over to the left wing. Here's Rose, and it's blocked. Lowry with the ball. And stolen by LeBron. He kicks it to Rose. And the rejection by Lowry. And the wide open shot from Miles. From out on the wing, he knocks it down. Miles has got 4 points now in the quarter. As we approach the fourth quarter, still anyone's ball game.
Yeah, neither team able to create much of a cushion.
Thomas against Wright. There's a screen. Outside Thomas. 5 to shoot. From deep. Nogueira pulls it in. Nogueira's got 3 rebounds so far in the game. Wright, the pass to Siakam. Back to Wright. Now the dish to Lowry. It's Miles on the wing. Nogueira gets a screen for Miles. So he gets the whistle. Contact on the way up and 2 shots coming up. Well over a decade in the NBA for C.J. Miles, taken straight out of high school by the Jazz back in 2005.
And he's just now entering his 30s. A good floor spacer and solid defender at the 2 or 3 spot.
First free throw is good.
And team-wide, they've been terrific from the line here. Just one of those nights when the confidence has spread from one player to the next.
The Raptors making a switch here. Anunoby's checked in. And Miles drops them both. The Cavaliers trail by 3. Some tough offensive sets. They want to turn it around.
Yeah, right now you just need a bucket to get some momentum.
Here's Fry. Lands soft on the front of the rim and drops. Fry's got his second bucket.
As a defender, you have to stay in Fry's shirt. Otherwise, all too often, this will be the result.
They set the pick. Lowry kicks to Siakam. Back to Lowry. Floats one. Great D that time from Thomas.
Something that's kept this game close is the fact that the rebound stats for both teams are almost identical.
Outside Crowder. Pass to James. And James throws it down.
Not much anyone can do to stop that. LeBron flexing at the rack.
Lowry dishes to Nogueira. Miles against Crowder. And there's the pass to Anunoby. Here's Siakam. He feeds it to Miles. The Raptors need to get a shot up. Lowry from outside. It's rebounded by Cleveland. Fry's got 3 rebounds now in this one.
And this quarter, he has clearly been off the mark.
Thomas kicks to James. LeBron is doubled. Lowry against Thomas. Got a hand on it. Fast break. Here they come. Anunoby passes to Lowry. Over Thomas. And it would have counted had it fallen, but it's offline. And we just finished the third quarter, and we've got a tight ball game here. Cavaliers ahead, up by 1. And coming up as soon as we return from break, the fourth quarter gets underway. Now let's take a listen on head coach Dwayne Casey.
They're playing harder, they're cutting harder, they're running harder, they're playing defense on us harder down here. We're kind of tiptoeing on our cuts. We got to up our level.
And Dwayne Casey imploring his guys to put forth a greater effort. Feels they're getting out hustled.
That's right. I mean, the one thing coaches cannot stand is a lack of energy. Expect these guys to ramp it up from an intensity standpoint.
We welcome you back to what has been a good one here as we get into the fourth quarter. And Cleveland looking at who they've got to start the fourth quarter. Inside, we got the tenacious Love and Thompson. Derrick Rose is out there with Iman Shumpert. And it's Crowder in at the 3. And so it's Cleveland with it after the Raptors pick up 2. The screen from Thompson. Here's Shumpert. Powell pulls it in. Raptors with the lead. He dishes it to Wright, pass to Nogueira. Here's Anunoby, and Wright kicks to Powell. Some nice ball movement here by the Raptors. Passes to Siakam. Dishes to Wright. Here's the 3. Jay Crowder with the rebound.
Coming down the stretch here, holding the lead. You like him to be more efficient offensively.
And it's Shumpert at the elbow. Feeds it to Crowder. Back to Love. Kicks it to Shumpert. Offensive rebound. Thompson. It's deflected. The feed to Powell. Knocks it loose and stolen by Love. It's 3-on-3 on the fast break. Rose kicks to Crowder. Rose in the post. Wright's there. Rose, no good. And for the Raptors, they're shooting for the game at 42%. Rose against Wright. He kicks it to Powell. Wright sets a screen from Nogueira. Here's Powell. And that one goes long.
And that can't happen. Missing the wide open chip shot.
Love kicks to Crowder. There's a good screen. Now the dish to Love. Thompson, a screen on Wright. Looking to end the drought. Tries again. Now on the play, basket counts, so it'll be a three-point play chance.
The unbelievable effort. Thompson, a dedicated warrior on the offensive glass.
So both teams making some changes here.
Mind the lanes. Mind the lanes. One shot.
Thompson no good on the free throw.
One thing about Thompson, he's made improvements to his body and his game each and every year.
Powell dishes to Valanciunas. Screened by Valanciunas. And it's Kevin Love with the foul. That will be foul number 5 on him.
Just a little too aggressive. His 5th foul of the night. Expect them to go right at him to try to pick up number 6.
Here's Valanciunas. Thompson with the block.
Great timing by Tristan Thompson on that block. That's his forte.
Outside for Thomas. James against Miles.
Gentlemen, 2 shots. Move shots.
Free throw drops for James. And so he's able to get 1 of 2.
Well, they should be looking at a 3-point lead. Hopefully for them, that miss won't cost them.
Ibaka, the pass to Miles. Back to Ibaka. Count it, and the foul. It's going to go on Tristan Thompson.
This is something that's really evolved for Ibaka. The ability to absorb contact while maintaining control.
The free throw drops for Ibaka. Cavaliers have gone just 1 of 6 in the field to start the 4th quarter. A bit of a slowdown for them right now. And Thompson kicks to Thomas. Cleveland moving it around. Pass to LeBron. He feeds it to Love. 4 on the clock. Beyond the arc. And another miss by Cleveland. The Raptors have gone 2 for 5 on field goal attempts in the 4th quarter. Now here's Lowry, screened by Valanciunas. The drive by Lowry. Loses his man off the screen and lays it up and in. And the Raptors lead by 3.
It is so hard to stay in front of a guy like Kyle Lowry because he is so quick laterally with the ball.
Thomas dishes to James, and they double up James. Kicks it out to Love. It's good. This time the assist from Rose. Rose has got 3 assists now in this one.
It took a long time for him to get that first triple. Let's see now, though, if he can get going.
Now here's Powell. They set the pick. There's the pass to Ibaka. Dishes it to Lowry. And the rejection by Love.
Not known for blocking shot, but Kevin Love got all of that one.
And the Cavaliers making a change here. Smith has checked in. Cleveland's gotten the three-point shot off 16 times tonight. 7 times they've hit it, 9 times they've missed. Thompson sets the pick for LeBron. Pass to Smith. Puts up a 3. And it's Kyle Lowry with the rebound.
And you could tell he thought that triple was going to fall.
He dishes it to Valanciunas. It's stolen by Smith. And, oh, here we go. Smith's got it. The fast break chance. Poked away. It's stolen by Ibaka. And here's Miles. And again, Toronto no luck.
And even without that 3-ball dropping for him, the defense should have done more on that last play.
The toughness of Thompson powering up for the score, plus a chance to add to his total at the line.
One shot, gentlemen.
Raptors trail by 3. Now Powell. Hit the floater, and good that time.
How about how he sets his man up there, runs him right into the screen, and then gets the basket.
The free throw drops for Powell. And so here's Cleveland. Thomas kicks to Love. LeBron against Miles. Pass to Thomas. Smith outside. Lock at 6. Love with the screen for Smith from outside the arc. Rebound by the Raptors. Their biggest lead of the game was 9. Miles against Love. Miles the pass to Valanciunas. Over Thomas. And oh boy, a lot of contact there, but he gets the call and will shoot 2.
Being that Valanciunas is 7 feet tall, he is a real problem for the defenses.
Jonas Valanciunas at the line for 2.
And that one falls, and that puts him up by 1 point. Valanciunas hits them both. Cleveland's gotten just 1 of 4 3-pointers to go down for them here in the fourth. Thomas dishes to LeBron. Smith outside. Yes, and it's LeBron picking up the assist. 14 points for J.R. Smith.
And those aren't the type of three-point opportunities that you can allow in the NBA.
Ibaka with a screen on Smith. Powell kicks to Ibaka. And Lowry has it in the corner. Lobs it up for Ibaka. Oh, and they get in the way of the alley-oop. Not to be. Good play defensively. It's stolen by Valanciunas. Here's Miles. It's good. Only a few seconds into the shot clock. And the Raptors lead by 1.
What a look from Lowry. Just knew he would be open.
Timeout called Cleveland.
And when you take a look at that shot chart, the amount of misses lately, really unbelievable.
You start to wonder, in my opinion, is it better to take everything to the rack now or to try at least draw some fouls? For a long time, it seemed like the league slept on Kyle Lowry. He wasn't an every-night starter until his 8th season in the league. I think he still brings that underdog mentality every night.
Let's present our Jordan Player of the Game, Serge Ibaka.
And the D tried to get physical with him down low tonight, and it really backfired. Instead, he's just tore them up. He was aggressive, inviting the contact, and really just taking it straight to him.
He's checked in for Cleveland. All right, let's catch up with our sideline reporter, David Aldridge.
Well, guys, over the break, I was able to listen to Tyronn Lue's huddle. He was not happy with their shot selection, and he let them know about it. He said, we're taking low percentage shots, guys. Space the floor, make the extra pass, and work for those shots in the flow of the offense. Stay with the plan. We'll see if they can get it going.
Cavaliers with the rebound. Crowder's got his 3rd rebound tonight.
Well, just think what's happening here. He hasn't found his groove, yet they still hold the lead.
Outstanding pass in transition there for the easy deuce.
One shot.
That free throw good from Isaiah Thomas. The Raptors have gone 5 of 11 from the field in the 4th quarter. Screen by Ibaka. Powell, the pass to Ibaka. So the whistle blows on the shot, and 2 free throws for the contact right there.
And that time, the defender a little out of control. Serge Ibaka wily enough to draw the foul.
Serge Ibaka at the line for 2.
Free throw good. Serge Ibaka. That one misses. Cleveland's gone a disappointing 2 of 6 on 3-point attempts here in the 4th. Outer dishes to LeBron. Thomas a screen. Shot clock at 6.
Tough for the defender. Thinks he has LeBron timed perfectly, but instead gets fooled with the pump fake.
Now, gentlemen, 2 shots. Woo shots.
No good on the free throw.
They aren't making anything at the line today. This is a team that struggles at the line.
He hits the second from the line. Here's Lowry. Left side, Ibaka. Back to Lowry. And Ibaka kicks to Lowry. 6 to shoot. Miles with it. He's picked up by LeBron. Here's Valanciunas. Count the basket and the foul. Love. And so he's picked up his final foul. And he will sit for the rest of this game.
Yeah, and luckily they've got terrific depth at that position. If there's one spot on the floor where they can afford to lose somebody, that would probably be it.
The free throw drops for Valanciunas. So it's the Cavaliers now. They trail by 1. Thomas passes to Crowder. The screen from Thompson. Thompson sets the pick for Smith. Shot from 12. Rebounded by Valanciunas. Valanciunas has got the glass covered here tonight. 11 boards for him. Lowry kicks to Ibaka. Over Thompson. And again, Toronto no up. Oh, wow, guys, doesn't look good. We've got an injury here.
Well, I mean, you really feel for him. I mean, and the entire team. Just, you got to hope for the best.
I just hate seeing this, but no need to jump the gun. Let's see what it turns out to be.
Jefferson's checked in for Smith. Daniels is checked in for the Raptors. The Cavaliers trailing. Thomas with the ball. The screen from Thompson. Tries from the block. James drops in the layup for 2. James has got 4 points now in the quarter.
One of the league's great competitors. The second LeBron catches the ball, you can see he's looking to rise to the occasion.
Now here's Lowry, screened by Ibaka. Outside Lowry to the inside. Thomas with the steal, and now the fast break. Thomas with the ball.
Oh, man, what a turnaround. Sensational play on D, and then the rapid-fire run to the basket.
Greg, they didn't wait around, did they? They went right for the throat.
They want to get out and run any chance they get. Superb D that generated into easy offense for them.
Wow, what a rough second half for him shooting the basketball. Maybe you adopt a pass-first mentality at this point.
And they double up James. Here's Thompson, and Thompson throws it down.
And this is where Thompson likes to get his touches, right at the basket.
Raptors trail by 5. Here's McDaniels. Screened by Ibaka. McDaniels dishes to Valanciunas. 6 on the shot clock. McDaniels kicks to Lowry. From deep. Drains the three-pointer.
And the shot by Lowry is the definition of clutch. He relishes being the man in these moments.
Thomas a screen. There's the screen. Thompson a screen on Lowry. Thomas outside. Rebounded by Valanciunas. Toronto, they've gone 7 of 16 from the field here in the fourth. That's about 43%. Valanciunas with a screen on Jefferson. Screen by Ibaka. McDaniels kicks to Powell. Ibaka with a screen on Thompson. Here's Powell. The shot will not fall. And Cleveland will come the other way. Right wing. And stolen by Kyle Lowry.
Now you need every basket you can get.
That's the only way they're going to come back, and even that might not do it.
They're going to prolong the game here with an intentional foul.
Yeah, you can't let them hold the ball and just milk those last seconds away.
Two shots.
He drops the first one, and that makes it a 3-point lead. So it's both teams making substitutions here. So it gets them both, and it's a 4-point ball game.
Well, this is how you close out. Beautiful job.
Toronto calls timeout. They're behind by 4. There's 10 seconds left to play in the final quarter. Guys, your thoughts?
And this huddle up about 2 things, the quick shot and then the quick foul.
And you're right. And if they do get the bucket, you love to foul someone who isn't automatic from the line. That would take good denial of the ball on the inbound.
There's 10 seconds left in the fourth quarter of this one. Ibaka, the pass to Powell. Screen by Ibaka. Lets the 3 fly. So it's a narrow win for the Cavaliers, pulling it out. A narrow win under difficult circumstances, Greg, as the visiting team.
It really was, but that didn't seem to bother them. I mean, road team, home team, all I know is they were the better team.
Well said. And a chance now to send it over to David Aldridge, standing by courtside. David.
Thanks, Kevin. Hey, LeBron, congrats on the win. What do you think made the difference tonight?
Defense. We made our mark defensively. We understand that for the long term, we have to defend at a high level. We've been doing it.
It does start at that end, LeBron. Congrats again. Back to you, Kevin.
All right, David, thank you. For Greg Anthony, Steve Smith, and David Aldridge, This is Kevin Harlan saying thanks for watching. We'll see you later.